The Season 5 Reloaded update has just come out, and the LC-10 is still the #1 SMG in the game. And to be honest with you, it's probably still the best gun for pub stomping overall. It's got good close range and medium range ability. Let's break down the class setup. Here you go. Starting off with the muzzle. I'm going to put the suppressor on this one. I personally, especially for a submachine gun, always like running a silencer because I want to be able to like pub stomp, go around the map and just not be seen. For an AR or long range, you can get away with the compensator or ported, but for a submachine gun, I always go with the silencer. Now, I don't really want the monolithic because you do lose ADS and aim walking steadiness. Now, because it's going to be a lot more close range, I want to make sure my ADS is as snappy as possible. So we go with the normal suppressor, just stay off the map. Then we go to the barrel. We want to add long barrel, which makes our shot really strong at a further distance, which is really nice to have. Then we go over to the underbarrel. For the underbarrel, you can have range of foregrip if you want to have a little bit more movement. But to be honest with you, I feel like with this weapon, I use it more like an SMG, but it also has an ability to beam at range. And I feel like the vertical just adds a little bit more of that horizontal recoil, so that at range it is still a laser. So if you're going for more run and gun style up close, by all means go for the range of foregrip. But if you want to use this for an overall weapon at any range, I would go for the vertical. Then we go over to the magazine. Again, this is optional. If you're 5 attachments, you can leave it, but for 8 attachments for a gunfighter, you could go with flip mag here. But because I'm an SMG running around, sometimes 34 isn't enough, so I like the extended mags one. It just keeps you safe in case you're going up against multiple people and you don't need to reload mid gunfight, so that's a good one to have. Then we go over towards the rear grip, and most of the time I am going to put ergonomic grip on just because of how important omni movement is. When you're doing those slideward sides, you want to be able to be more mobile, and ergonomic grip, unfortunately for the rest of the grips, is just the most broken one. So you can see most classes will have this on there, and this is no exception. With the stock, a very similar thing. You can go for the balance stock again if you're going for more run and gun, because I'm using this for a bit more balanced of an overall weapon. I like the infiltrator, so if I want a head glitch, I can kind of go left and right and just be a faster target. So for a submachine gun, probably the balance stock. For an overall weapon that I'm using it for now, it's going to be the infiltrator. Then we go over to the laser again. We have an extra attachment here, otherwise you don't need it, or you can put an optic on. But yeah, just go for this what is it, the Strelok laser, just because it hit fire to ADS accuracy. I don't really know what this does too much, to be honest with you. Let me see if anything here. Yeah, I don't really know what it does too much, but I guess it helps a little bit when you're kind of centering in terms of your hip fire to your ADS accuracy. But I've just seen a lot of people use the laser, and I'm not really going to hip fire, so this one's good for aiming down sight. So there you go, we'll take that one. But the biggest thing here is going to be the recoil springs. Like I said, this weapon is not only a submachine gun, it absolutely beams at any range, and this recoil spring just allows you to compete against the ARs at any range. The reason why I think this is still the #1 meta is because up close it competes with the very best, like the C9, the SUG, the KSV, stuff like that. It does have a good fight against them, but up you know, medium to long range as well, it actually does a great job against the assault rifle. So give it a go, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow.